This week on the Digital Marketing Scoop, we're discussing 3 ways to bring down your Google ad costs and increase your return on Google ad spend. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Digital Marketing Scoop. So this week we're going to be talking about Google Ads, increasing your return on ad spend and bringing down your Google Ads costs. So the first thing to be aware of in your Google Ads account is that Google is going to make recommendations to you. A lot of these recommendations are probably not that great. You've also got to remember Google essentially wants you to spend more on your Google Ads. That's their ultimate goal. So you really need to examine the recommendations that are made through the Google Ads platform before you apply them. Often the recommendations can be increase the budget. That may not be right for your business. It can also be things like reactivating a paused campaign. Again, maybe that campaign was paused for a reason previously, and now Google is telling you, oh, you're missing out on traffic. Reactivate this campaign. Yes, you might be missing out on traffic, but it is a good quality traffic. And that's the key to Google Ads, is it is really good quality traffic that's actually turning into leads and sales for the business. So that's the first thing. Really, really be careful of those Google ad recommendations. Double, triple check them. Make sure they're right for your business, because just because Google Ads recommends it, it may not be right. Second one is to focus your keywords more on buyer intent. So if you find you're getting a lot of traffic, but it's not really turning into leads and into sales for you, you may need to examine how broad you are with your keywords. And you may want to use keywords that have more buyer intent. So what do I mean by buyer intent? Well, for example, if you take the keyword Hurleys, okay, you might sell Hurleys online, but if you're bidding on something like the keyword Hurleys, the traffic is going to be very broad. They may not actually have intent to buy Hurleys online. Now, if you're bidding on something like buying Hurleys online, Hurleys for sale, those people are showing buyer intent with their keywords. They're searching based on the fact that they're hoping to purchase a Hurley online. So it's important, especially if you have existing campaigns running and you find, God, these aren't converting at all. Really look at your keywords and examine, okay, are these very broad? Are these people actually going to be interested in purchasing my product or service, or are they very, very early on the research phase? And you may want to be, depending on how your campaign is structured and your brand, you may want to be in front of them early on that research phase. But if your goal is return on ad spend, then really think about the intent of your keywords and the intent of the person searching those keywords. Because if you can increase your keywords to have more buyer intent, you can really increase your return on ad spend. And the last thing then is understanding your quality score. So quality score is actually used to calculate, is part of what's used to calculate the cost per click. So if you have a really good quality score, you can really help your Google Ads campaign, because you can bring down your cost per click. In fact, it's entirely possible if you have a bad quality score, you could be in position 3 paying more than somebody in position 1 who has a good quality score. So okay, how do you improve your Google Ads quality score? First thing to look at, make sure your landing pages are extremely relevant to the keyword that people searched. So for example, let's use the Hurleys example again. Somebody searches for a goalkeeper Hurley. You don't want to send them to your generic Hurleys page with all your Hurleys on it. You need to send them specifically to the goalie Hurleys. That way you're giving them the content that they specifically search for, rather than making them hit a page that's not relevant to them and potentially bouncing off your website. So you really need to make sure that, okay, this is the keyword, this is the content they're going to see on the landing page. These are highly, highly related to each other. It's exactly the information that they're going to want to see. So that's really, really important for your quality score. The other thing is your click-through rate. So your click-through rate is basically if 100 people search a term and one person clicks it, that's a 1% click-through rate. The more you can improve that click-through rate, the cheaper you're going to pay for your clicks. So it's really, really important to make sure that your keywords are in the ad copy. That can make a massive difference. So again, if using that Hurley's example, somebody searches for a goalkeeper Hurley, in your ad copy is the keyword goalkeeper Hurley. They're seeing exactly what they search for. That's really going to improve your click-through rate. You often see, where you search for something and the first ad up there might not be directly related. It might be indirectly related to the keyword searched. That click-through rate is probably going to be very poor, and they're going to be paying a lot more for the clicks that they are getting. So it's really, really, really important to make sure, again, putting yourself into that customer mindset of, okay, this is what they're searching. If I was searched that, what is exactly I would want to see in that ad that is going to pique my interest and let me know that it's exactly what I'm looking for. So doing that will really help your quality score, which is going to bring down your cost per click. Thanks for listening. That's been this week's episode of the Digital Marketing Scoop.